From Peninsula TV Studios in San Carlos, SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, Wells Fargo, and Oracle present this year's hottest game show, Bay Area Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you very much. Welcome to Quiz Kids, the show where the smartest kids in the Bay Area use all their speed, knowledge, and collaboration for a chance to win incredible prizes. And we have incredible teams today. Over here we have the Acalanes Dons. And they are taking on the College Prep Cougars. And you can feel the excitement in the air, so let's get started right away as we play the collaboration round. Welcome, teams, to Quiz Kids. In our first round, you will play as a team. I will have a series of questions here. They're worth 10 points. I'll ask your team the question. You'll have about 10 seconds to collaborate, and then Shad, your captain here, or Rachel, your captain there, will give me the answer you think is correct. You'll score the points if you're right, and if you're wrong, the other team gets a chance to collaborate and possibly steal those points away from you. And we'll go back and forth with the questions until the buzzer signals the end of the round, okay? Good luck to both teams. Acalanes, you get the first question. Algernon can marry Cecily, the ward of his friend Jack, only after Jack can marry Algernon's cousin, Gwendolyn. These are the two love stories in the play The Importance of Being Earnest, written by what author of The Picture of Dorian Gray?
Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde is right for 10 points. It goes from the left ventricle of the heart to the abdomen and moves oxygenated blood throughout the body. Name this largest human artery.
Pulmonary aorta.
The aorta is correct. That's right. Dr. Ferdinand Porsche, with a name like that, you wonder what he did for a living. He designed the car named after him, as well as the more unusually shaped car, which is called what?
Durang.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal.
Firebird.
The Bug, the Volkswagen Beetle. The next question goes to you, College Prep. The Strait of Hormuz lies between the Gulf of Oman and what larger Middle Eastern Gulf?
Persian Gulf.
That's correct for 10 points. Dons. At the 1988 Calgary Olympics, two favorites for the gold medal in men's figure skating were both named Brian. Give the last name of either the American Brian or the Canadian Brian.
Boitano.
Boitano and Orser, that's right. The tombs of the Roman emperors Augustus and Hadrian are similar to those made by an earlier group of people in what is now Italy. Name this group credited with building the first cities in Italy and introducing Greek culture to Rome.
Etruscans.
That's right, the Etruscans. What American artist, famed for his colored glass, shares his last name with a fabulously expensive jewelry store known for their baby blue presentation boxes?
Tiffany.
Tiffany is right. When the Rogers family tells her to dust the furniture, she says, "At my house, we always undusted the furniture." But then she obediently spills dust all over the house. Name this fictional housekeeper who interprets everything literally.
Amelia Bedelia.
That's right. A gift of $14 million was recently given to Pennsylvania's Gettysburg College. If the money was all used in 1 year to pay the $28,000 annual tuition, how many students could be covered by the money?
Sure. 500.
That's right, Shad, 500. In 2003, he lost his job at the Defense Department after what was perceived as his intention to create a futures market in terrorist attacks. Name this former admiral and former national security advisor under Ronald Reagan.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Let's just stop and think about that for a minute. You can steal.
Wolfowitz.
John Poindexter. Oh, let's end that round right now. And we see a score of 40-40, a tie. A creatively played first round, and we'll come back to meet our creative members of each team after you listen to these words. We're back. The Acalanes Dons, Shad Small. Shad, your partners here are each twins. They have a twin at home, but you do not.
No.
So you're kind of feeling left out.
Yeah.
I'll be your twin.
Oh, okay.
I understand you're quite a musician.
You could say that.
You've been playing piano since kindergarten.
Yes.
So I'm imagining you entertaining, the kindergartners on the little upright.
Yes, you would be imagining that.
Okay. Do you play now?
Yes.
Where do you play?
I play in the jazz band.
And you also play in the regular band, but you play the oboe there. How long have you been playing the oboe?
Let's see. Almost 7 years.
What's the most exciting performance you've ever given as a musician? That was most exciting to you?
I think jazz camp this past summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was that?
It was at a local elementary school.
Uh-huh. And just what was so great about that?
I just, played well once.
You felt like you were playing well.
Yeah.
Good. Well, keep playing. I hope you continue. You say you might major in music afterwards, so keep playing. Aviva Lipkowitz, where is your twin right now?
He's taking SATs.
He's taking SATs, but you get to be here.
Yeah,
Aviva is Hebrew for springtime.
it is.
But you look more like winter with the dark hair and but do you like the spring?
I do.
Uh-huh. You've been playing the bass for 7 years. That's a big instrument. You're playing classical?
Yeah.
Classical bass. And also you are involved in your school's Model UN. What exactly does the Model UN do?
Model UN, you have conferences between different schools where you represent countries and try and find resolutions to international problems.
How many conferences do you attend each year?
There are about 6 or so that are available. I probably go to like 4.
And you play a different country each time?
Yeah.
So your next one is next weekend, and what country will you be?
I'll be China.
And you're discussing?
We're discussing women's roles women's rights in the role of religion and drug education.
That would be interesting to see what you have to say as a delegate from China. Alex Perloff.
Yes.
Your twin is sitting in the audience because he's the alternate for this team.
Exactly.
So he might, if you win and you come back next time and he's playing, I may not even know the difference. Mm-hmm. That's kind of snazzy. Also, you spell Alex with 2 X's. Is that because you are a twin or because your parents are a little different?
I guess just because they wanted me to be a tad different than everybody else.
A little different. Your father spells his name Greg with 2 G's.
Exactly.
You told me your mother spells her name Laura with 2 A's, and I almost fell for that. But yeah, L.A. You play tennis, but you've been mainly a martial artist since you were in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shad could have been playing the piano, and you would have been practicing Taekwondo.
Yes.
Wow. You're a black belt.
Mm-hmm.
So is your brother.
Yeah.
But the laws of Taekwondo forbid you to fight each other in your room?
Yeah, that's the basic idea.
I bet you Laura and Greg are pleased at that.
Very.
Maybe you can't show us anything, so that's good. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Let's give a big hand to your coach, Cynthia Baird. College prep Cougars. Rachel Lee, you are a senior. How long have you been involved in drama?
Since freshman year.
Since freshman year. And this year, you're doing a very challenging and exciting play. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we're doing Metamorphoses by Mary Zimmerman, not by Kafka.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bunch of Greek mythology and takes place in a pool of water.
A giant, metallic pool of water, which you have built in your auditorium. Was it sitting on top of the seats, or how are you arranging seating for this?
Well, we're doing it in the round, so seats are actually on where the stage usually is.
Oh, okay.
And sort of out around the...
Now, you have to get pretty wet for this.
Yeah, I'm the second most wet in the play.
How did you figure out who was the most wet? I mean, just by the nature of what...
Scientific method.
Scientific method. But you've just started practicing in the water.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be heated, but you said to me you haven't felt the heat yet.
Not yet.
Well, maybe in the heat of the moment, you'll feel the heat of the water.
Hopefully.
Good luck. Break a fin. Brian Gillette,
Yes.
you are a senior. And speaking of water, you're an avid sailor.
Yep, I've taken sailing for 8 years, and I taught it for the last 2 years.
Who do you teach sailing to?
I teach it to poor little underprivileged children at the Berkeley Marina.
So that they can buy their own boats and become sailors?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
'Cause that's what happens to all
Or they
people.
can maybe crew your boat.
That's the one.
Ah. And your love of sailing has led you to form an interesting club called the Communist Pirate Society. We talked for a while. I tried to think of something worthwhile this society does, but I couldn't. So why don't you tell the audience, and they may get something out of it that I
Well,
didn't.
most of it's pretty top secret, and I
Oh,
can't
okay.
tell you about it. But I'm the Minister of Truth, and one of my friends in the audience is the Minister of War or Peace or something like that. I don't know.
So like I could be, invaded by communist pirates.
Maybe.
Would they wear like little red eye patches or something?
No, but our logo is a picture of Chairman Mao wearing an eye patch.
Oh. This is very deep.
Yeah.
Moving on, Noah Brugman.
Yes.
Noah, you're a sophomore.
Correct.
And you said, let's not talk about academics, let's talk about the clubs I'm in. So you talked about the math club, the Latin club, and the history club.
Right.
Okay. So my question is this. When you've broken away from all that academic grind to join the math club, the Latin club, and the history club, what do you do differently from your math, Latin, or history classes?
Latin club, we do a lot of Kirtaman, which is basically this, except we do it in Latin.
Some people say I sound like I'm speaking Latin some of the time. So, and you are also a musician. You
Yes.
have played. You're playing the piano now, but your teacher is trying to move you into the trumpet.
Correct. It's a little bit of a transition, but I really like the sound, so
Well, I would
we're
think
coming
so.
up.
Yeah. You can now toot your own horn. So to speak. Well, let's give a big hand to your coach, Mr. Anthony Loveday. And replete in his mint green shirt and Mickey Mouse tie, give a hand to our judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. Okay, we want to play some more, so watch these messages and come right back. The Dons and the Cougars are tied at 40-40. These questions are worth 10 points, but now you're going to play a little differently. You have those buzzers in front of you, and the first person to buzz in when you hear the question gets a chance to answer for the team. Give me the right answer, you score the points. Give me the wrong answer, the other team gets to collaborate and possibly steal those points away from you. If you buzz in before I complete the question, I will stop reading, and you will have to answer with the information I've given you. If you get the answer wrong, I will complete the question for the other team. We'll continue until the buzzer signals the end of the round. Good luck to both teams. Here's the first question. What 19th century American philosopher is credited with the sayings, "Whoso would be a man must be a nonconformist," and "A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds"? Yes, Shad.
Thoreau.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can seal.
Whitney Houston.
No. He was closer. It was Emerson, the other one, right. When France's Louis XVI ran out of money in 1789, he called it into session for the first time in... Yes, Shad.
The Estates General.
That is correct. A similar holiday in Australia is called Anzac Day and is celebrated on April 25th. Yes, Aviva.
Easter.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. What holiday in America commemorates the many soldiers who have died for our freedom?
Veterans Day.
No, Memorial Day. What western city's fast-growing southern suburb of Henderson is just north of... Yes, Shad.
Las Vegas.
That's right. What term is given to the player on a basketball team who directs the offense? Shad?
Guard.
The point guard is correct. It consists mostly of iron 3 hydroxide and hydrated iron 3 oxide. Name this reddish-brown substance that is the most common form of corrosion. Alex?
Rust.
That's right. In the Shakespeare play, which member of the Capulet family killed... Yes, Rachel.
Romeo and Juliet.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Let me finish. In the Shakespeare play, which member of the Capulet family kills Mercutio in a street brawl and is then killed himself by Romeo?
Tybalt.
Tybalt is right. What democratically elected communist was overthrown in 1973 by a coup that installed Augusto Pinochet? Yes, Rachel.
Allende.
That is correct. What state, a neighbor of New York, is represented in the U.S. Senate by Frank Lautenberg? Ryan.
New Jersey.
That's right. What unit of measure equals 6,076 feet, or about 15% longer than a standard mile? Ryan.
League.
No, that's incorrect. You can steal.
Sure.
Nautical mile.
That is correct. Ryan, shouldn't you have known that?
No, I realized that halfway through.
Give the, I'll talk to those kids who are taking that class. Give the nickname of the NBA franchise that will begin playing next year in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Bobcats. How many degrees are in 2/3 pi radians? Shad.
120.
That's correct. In what southwestern state did Frank Lloyd Wright build a second home called Taliesin West? Yes, Rachel.
Arizona.
You are correct. Naguib Mahfouz wrote what 3-volume history of Egypt told through the lives of a... Yes, Rachel.
Palace Walk.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The 3-volume history of Egypt told through the lives of a middle-class family and named for the country's capital city.
The Cairo trilogy.
Say it louder.
The Cairo trilogy.
That's right, the Cairo trilogy. Oh, that signals the end of the round, and we see College Prep has 70 with 120. Acalanes has a strong lead. Never you fear, the point values are about to double, and we'll see what happens when we come back, so don't go away. All right, welcome back. Hands on your buzzers, players. It's time to play the Extreme Lightning Round. Point values are doubled to 20, but the play remains the same. Good luck to both teams. The first question, Rachel knows this very well, that actors perform a play after weeks of rehearsal. Spell the word rehearsal. Yes, Aviva.
Rehearsal.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And she knows that. You guys want to give it a shot?
Rehearsal.
Good for you. That means Metamorphosis will be a big hit. In the summer of 1869, what financier with his longtime partner James Fisk tried to corner the gold market and ended up creating a Black Friday instead? Yes, Shad.
Gould.
That's right, Jay Gould. What state contains the Lake of the Ozarks, not too far from the Harry Truman... Yes, Rachel.
Nebraska.
That's incorrect. Not too far from the Harry Truman Reservoir.
Missouri.
Missouri is right. Which of the 4 Grand Slam tennis events is played on clay courts? Ryan.
The French Open.
That is right. What species of shark has long and flat extensions of... Yes, Ryan.
Hammerhead.
Have you met Hammerhead? No.
Yes, I have. I was attacked by one.
Ooh, we'll talk later. He's still here. And oxidation is a chemical reaction that results in loss of an electron. What term is... Yes, Shad.
Reduction.
That is right. Marianne Moore, Wallace Stevens, and Ezra Pound are among the past winners of Yale University's Bollingen Prize for what literary genre? Yes, Rachel.
Poetry.
That is correct. What U.S. president served just after Garfield and just before Cleveland's first term? Yes, Aviva.
Arthur.
Chester A. Arthur. What lead singer of the 1980s band Culture Club is the subject of a... Yes, Aviva.
Boy George.
Boy George. What state containing Big Sky and Butte also contains Yes, Aviva.
Montana?
You are right. He got in trouble in 2003 for saying the Kobe Bryant scandal would be good for the NBA. Name this flamboyant owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, Shad.
Mark Cuban.
That is correct. In math, what is the term for a section of the curved line that makes up the circumference of a circle? Yes, Ryan.
Arc.
The arc is correct. Oh, and that shows the end of the game. We show with 260, Acalanes wins over 170 at College Prep. You all played very well, and we wish you all the best in all your endeavors this year. And you guys played great as well, and you won, so you'll be coming back in a couple of months to play in our second round. And meanwhile, have a great holiday season, but of course, when this shows, that's already over, so what do we care? I hope all of you, don't care what time of year it is, that you will always come and watch Quiz Kids. And if you want to watch it right here with us, just call us at 650-637-1936, and we will send you some free tickets. Until then, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters help to make this program possible: SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, Wells Fargo, and Oracle. Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Mr. Friedman's wardrobe provided by Dan Newell, distinctive men's clothing of San Mateo. Additional support provided by these Bay Area newspapers: the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Misha's Cafe and Catering of San Carlos, Molly Stone's Markets, Samtrans, Century Theaters, Jamba Juice, Silver Terrace Nurseries, The Tea Party, Target, AEIS, Ronald Bland, and the San Mateo County Office of Education.